Hi guys, it's Carolee with Coaching with Carolee. It's been a while. I forgot to check the date of the last video. Oops, let me readjust this a little bit. The last video I had asked who wanted to do a 30-day challenge, and I don't even remember the date. It might be past it. I don't know. It's been such a crazy world lately. But just for a little whatever. My 30-day challenge is going so-so. Mine was to keep my dishes done every minute of every day. Pretty much no dirty dishes ever. When I'm looking over there, I think there's a cup. I've been doing okay, but yeah, there's been times when I haven't. But it's been a little crazy. It's just crazy. I decided to do this video though to kind of bring a little reassurance to everybody, or to share some of my things that I do myself and with clients. Like when you're starting to feel a little anxious about things, we're in uncertain times. A lot of people are scared. So I just hope I can offer a little reassurance. Oh, and in case anybody noticed, I got my tooth pulled. Yay! And I was supposed to have the rest pulled a week ago. Today's the 23rd? Yeah. A week ago. And I had to, well, I didn't have to cancel, but I had heard that they were asked, the president, everybody was asking if, no unnecessary surgery, no. And I also got thinking, what happens if they yank all my top teeth, and then the people that make dentures can't work for, a month or two or three. As it is, you have to wait several weeks or whatever to get your dentures, while you heal and stuff. So I'm like, nah, I'd rather go around without one tooth. Hey, I'm home anyways, right? Not going anywhere for the most part. But I'd rather just have one tooth gone rather than being toothless, totally. So, okay. Anyways, but what were you talking about? Oh, yes. This world pandemic thing. The coronavirus. I keep calling it the corneavirus. Coronavirus. It's a scary thing. Nobody really knows. When you look at what's going on in China and Italy and stuff, it's probably only going to get worse. But, I'm going to beg you guys. I know it's not easy, but if, you have a non-essential job, stay home. Okay? If you're at risk for anything, stay home. This includes you, my daughter, in case you're watching this. My daughter has, what do you call it? Rheumatoid arthritis. We've known that since she was like 12 or 13, and now she's almost 23. She recently got diagnosed with fibromyalgia, too. So, and she comes over the other day, and I'm like, what are you doing? And she says, oh, maybe it was Saturday. And she said, oh, the New York, as of 8 o'clock last night, we are on, I don't know if you call it lockdown. I forgot what they call it, really. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, we could go to the store, bank, stuff like that. But otherwise, if you don't have to work, they want you to stay home. I laugh because it's not that big of a change for me, except I might get stopped on the highway if I'm going to the store or something, I guess some places they're instituting like work voucher thing or whatever, paperwork. So if you do get stopped, why are you out and about? Well, because I'm going to work. So yeah, it's pretty weird. It can be very scary, and the worst part is a lot of people don't know, they're not working. Some companies are providing, some aren't. Some people can get unemployment, some can't. The stimulus package that the president is talking about, from what I understand, I could be wrong, but they're basing it off of 2018 taxes. So what if you didn't work in 2018, but you did in 2019? I don't know all the specifics, but, that stuff, it's scaring people. They don't know if they're going to be able to make it. I mean, look at the shelves are like no toilet paper, no hand sanitizer. Again, I'm okay because I live in New York. In the winter, I always stock up. I have like I don't know, when toilet paper's on sale, I buy Scott. If it's on sale and it's a 12-pack, I buy it. If it's a 20-pack, I buy it. So I always have 20, 25 rolls of toilet paper around. And just something, just before this all blew over big, I started shopping at Aldi and found out their toilet paper is as good. Not that it matters, but anyways, I started grabbing, I think it's a 4-pack they sell. I didn't get ridiculous. Just, maybe I better grab a 4-pack. So I had like, I don't know, 12 or something pack. I grabbed a couple 4-packs. Um, so I ended up with like 40 rolls. And it's just me and my son's hanging here right now, but he works most of the time. So he might need a little bit. So I'm not worried about toilet paper. But like I did go to the store the other day early in the morning, had to give my son a ride to work. So I'm like, well, let me just stop by Wegmans, and I needed salad for veggies for my bearded dragon, stuff like that. So I said, let me check the toilet paper if there is any. I'm not going to grab it all, people. I won't. But, if there's a little bit or if there's a lot, I will grab a little bit more. Because the way people are panicking, if they keep on panicking, I will run out someday. But also, I know some people that aren't as fortunate. And I've already been able to give a roll with somebody. I mean, So, same thing, with bleach. I have 2 bleach right now. I did find hand sanitizer, a big thing, like 32 ounces. I never use this stuff normally, but for this, I did grab it. So, if my kids or somebody needs some, I can, like, I put a little bit in a bottle in my car. I had a little thing of sanitizer, and it's been there forever. Half of it leaked out. But back when I was mentoring kids, the kids would use it. So I refilled it, put it in my car, and I do sterilize, after shopping. I, do my hands, do my steering wheel, because I probably touched it without even thinking. Stuff like that. You've got to be smart, but the biggest thing is don't panic. I think it's really going to be okay. The president and all them are coming up with a solution for the money, okay? And if you happen to get disability, I get some compensation because of how my husband died. As long as that money keeps coming in, you're not any worse off than you were. You had a set amount, you spend a certain amount. It's the working people that have to readjust, and I really, do feel bad for them. But, there's things you can do. And I'm just going to go through, I've got a list, and I'll probably think of things along the way. But think about the positive aspect of this, if you will, for a minute, okay? Especially, and I might do a whole special one for parents with kids. I don't know. If you have kids and you're stuck home homeschooling, no, I'm just kidding. Try to grasp it, enjoy it. I know, like, especially elementary school kids, that teachers are sending work home, or they, like, send a packet home. But I'm not sure if that's it. I'm trying to get that, my one grandkid that I was talking to. He's got this whole packet to do, and I don't know if that's it for the year or what. But you're going to find that your kids, at least at grade school, they're going to whip through their work in an hour or two. Really, if you think about elementary school, a lot of it is so much wasted time. They'll whip through the work at home. Kids, my daughter, I homeschooled her for a year. She's like whipping through stuff like, but she wasn't doing it in school. Weird. But anyways, so take it as an awesome time. Let the kids whip through their work and then play games with them. You can incorporate, Yahtzee's, helps with math skills. Card games, they all help with, fair play, how to add, how to subtract, stuff like that. Get on YouTube, for God's sakes. If you have a kid that loves, I don't know, freaking elephants, get on YouTube and, learn about elephants. There's so much to learn. YouTube is just like a whole school on its own. And I'm not saying every single thing on there is factual stuff. There's a lot of BS stuff. But, it's such a great opportunity. There's a whole bunch of resources, and if I get a chance, like I said, I may do a video just for parents, um, what to do with your kids. But there's like I think it's Harper Learning Services and Scholastic. A bunch of them have free programming out right now for parents that are stuck at home with their, I don't want to say stuck at home. Oh my God, that's awful. But you're not used to this, A lot of parents work and have never had to deal with their kids being home. So, a few things you can do I'm going to do for yourself. And then, like I said, I might incorporate a couple of things. And you can do some of these with your kids. Or, like I said, maybe I'll just do another one. But, like, you could, if you like to write, and I've always wanted to write a book. I love to write poetry. Haven't done it in years. You want to start a journal. I mean, right now, and I'm the worst one. I'm writing a book about journaling, and I just really haven't had time to write down what's going on in the world every day. But a lot of it, the factual stuff, you can go back and figure it out. And it's not affecting my life too much, so it's like, what do I write about? But you could write. You could write music. You could write poetry. You can write a short story. You can write a fiction. There's so much to write. How about create artwork? Today I just happen to be like, I'm always going through stuff, trying to get rid of stuff, keep stuff, on my mission to RVing, which that's another whole story. And I'll get to that in a minute. But I found a couple of pieces of artwork that I did. I've tried painting, stuff like that. I don't think I'm very talented, but I've done a couple of collages that everybody thinks are really cool. One of them is just eyeballs. The whole thing is just different eyeballs that I took out of a magazine. And, what did I call it? You're always being watched or something. And there's a big eyeball in the middle with big old glasses, and that's God. I've got another one that's just all angels and stuff like that. Another one I have, like, magazine pictures of candles and someone meditating and just all kinds of, calming, cool things. So I'm thinking, maybe I'll get back into that. I also have a sewing machine that I barely use, and I've had it for like 20 years. Maybe I'll get back into figuring out, how to use that machine. Do I remember? I don't know. I've never really used a sewing machine much in home ec, So, you could clean and organize. I've been doing that forever, it seems like. But you got closets, you could clean, junk drawers, organizing things, stuff like that. How about play music and dance? That's one of my favorite things. If I'm just feeling like crap, I'll either go on YouTube, find some of my favorite, usually Christian contemporary music is what I get into when I'm in a bad mood, or sad, glad mood, all the above. I'll put it on and I'll dance around. Also, like old time rock and roll is pretty good to like get you back in the spirit. What else? Oh, why not learn to play music? Or if you know how to play music and it's been a long time since you've had that clarinet out or whatever, play away. You got all the time in the world right now. Why not hone up your skills? It really gets, I just bought that, if you remember a couple of videos ago, I bought the, my mind just went blank, the drum thing. Oh, steel tongue drum. And that is like, sometimes, I haven't done it in a while, but at first I'd start doing it just to figure it out. Next thing you know, like 2 or 3 hours have gone by, and I just feel like so good after. So, another one, listen to meditative music on YouTube. They've got, like, there's one I listen to sometimes, sleeping music, like going to bed, I'm just in one of these moods instead of watching TV, and it'll be 8 hours of meditative music. And that is so soothing. It's like, oh my gosh. Oh, yeah, like I said, learn something new on YouTube, or, if your library's open. Oh, I think did I read something like the New York Library Online, something is open, or I don't know. I'll have to see if I can find. I shared a bunch of resources with my daughter-in-laws and stuff. So for the kids. What else? Oh, okay. So you also have, if you're really, now this is just stuff, keep you busy, keep you calm, keep your mind off, like, where's my next buck coming from? Um, oh, another one I just have been seeing recently is they're looking for volunteers to sew masks for medical people or for patients that are, I don't know, whatever. It's not the COVID-19 mask, but at least it's something to help, patients and stuff like that. Um, yeah, what was the other thing I was going to say? Oh, um, was working with kids that had a lot of anxiety, anger issues, paranoia, stuff like that. A good thing always is a breathing exercise. And there's all different ways to do it. I sort of just like picked a number when I used to do it before I even learned about it professionally, whatever. But I like picked the number 4. And I'd breathe in through my nose for the count of 4, then hold it for 4, then let it out for 4, and do that 4 times. That was my thing that I used to do. There's all different breathing techniques. You can get online, see, but that was the way I did it. That's how it worked for me. There's all different things you could do as far as that. There was something else I was thinking of, and I totally lost my train of thought. But I just want everybody to look at this, try to look at it as a positive thing, not a negative thing. Oh, the other thing was you could start a garden. Now, if you look behind me, I did start a garden right here. Can you see it? Right there. Seeds I started. Oh, did you see it snowing too? Yeah, nice. Yesterday, it was pretty fair out. I went outside, raked the garden all up, turned all the dirt around, and now it snows. But that's okay. We knew it was going to happen again. So, anyways, another thing, plant a garden. Now, when I was talking about the RV stuff, if you watch my videos, you'll see I had a takeoff date for my RV, and I was going to go traveling, or hoping to. And obviously, you make a goal date. It may or may not work out. It's starting to look like it might be a little bit later, but I didn't make any concrete plans yet. Let's put it that way. I'm still a little up in the air with a few things. But now all of a sudden this is happening, and we're stuck at home at least 8 weeks or so. And they're talking, it could be 4 months, 5 months. We don't know. So I made the executive decision the other day to just do a garden. I wasn't going to do my garden this year because I wasn't going to be home, I hoped. So I'm doing it. If for some reason all of a sudden all the doors open and I can leave, I've got a kid that lives a mile and a half away that way. Another kid lives here at the moment. I don't know how long that'll last, but he definitely doesn't want to be here forever, I'm sure. But I've got my daughters. She's probably about 20 miles away now, but there are people. If especially my son and his wife, I'm sure they would come over every now and then on the weekends because they come over all the time and pick from it anyway. So hey, if you want to pick, you better pull a few weeks. Mama will be back when she gets back. But no, seriously, I don't know what's going to happen. So I'm just going to open up the camper here, camp on my property, do my garden. I got 99% of the stuff in my house out of it that I don't, well, not really. Extra stuff I'm still living with until I go, I've got. But I've got a good majority of it out of the house. There's some stuff in the shed. Got to have a lawn sale one day once this stuff lifts. So, yeah, that stuff I can get ready. Spring should be here really soon. I don't know. Like I said, it's snowing. Oh my gosh. There's probably like this much snow on my pine trees. I got to go out there and shovel after this. But anyways, yeah, for now, you know what? I named my camper Flow. Go with the flow. And that's exactly what I'm doing. Right now, it's very uncertain. They're closing all the state parks and the campgrounds. I think that's stupid. When you're camping, yeah, sometimes you get together with other people, but most people are on their little campsite or taking a walk, stuff like that. And it's very easy to quarantine when you're camping and keep things clean. Who knows what's going to happen? But you know what? I am of the mindset to always stay positive, you know. Oh, one other thing I forgot to mention. Everybody says don't listen to the news because it's all panic, it's all hysteria, it's all. I totally disagree. I have been trying to catch President Trump and his what do they call him? COVID response team. I'll call them. I can't think what they're calling themselves right now. Um, but watching them every day, listening. What does he say? What does he say? What do the doctors say? What does Come on. You get on Facebook, they take one sentence and they don't tell you the rest, and everybody's like, "Oh my God, there's not going to be any money for the American people. We're all going to die. They've stopped the trucking industry." And they're so out of touch of reality. Now, yeah, don't just listen to Fox. Don't just listen to CNN. Actually watch the president. Actually watch your mayor, your governor. They are all, well, I don't know about the mayors. I know mayor of New York City, so I'm looking at my TV, like you can see my TV. Um, but they are all on YouTube. 99% of the stuff is on YouTube. Every day I watch the president on YouTube. I watch Governor Cuomo, stuff like that. And even I've watched a few other governors, like the governor of Kentucky, the governor of Houston. It's kind of interesting to see how other people are handling it. I'm in New York State, which is the worst hit state right now. Thank God I'm not in New York City. I'm what they consider central New York. I'm between Syracuse and Oswego, kind of country. Praise the Lord. I can go outside and I got like almost 3 acres, and I've got probably about an acre cleared. I've got woods in the back. I've got a pond. I feel I'm so freaking blessed. I really am so blessed. So being quarantined, it's like a blessing to me. But I can imagine people living in apartments, and I really feel for homeless people. I mean, well, they have no choice. They got to do what they got to do. If they're on the street, somebody better find a place for them, if they don't want them there. But I want to encourage everybody, like I said, to keep it positive. They don't say you can't go outside. If you have a yard, like I'm going to go outside and shovel. Who cares if it's snowing? Every day I try to go outside, at least breathe in a little. If it's sunny out, I get out in the sun. It might just be walking the mailbox and coming around, picking up the dog toys out of the yard, because my one dog has to take every toy outside. I don't know why. So, yeah, get out in the fresh air, Don't stay cooped up, okay? Trying to think if I have any other ideas. I don't know. Cook some good meals. Make something fun with your kids, Bake something, make something. Think about all the real life homeschooling things you can do. Like, okay, I'm already on 24 minutes here. I better hurry. But like the other day, I was at the bank last week, and were they both on the same day or no? Maybe another day I went to the store. I don't know. Last week I tried to get a lot of stuff done. But I go to the bank, and there's a father there with his son who's like 15 or so. And he was showing his son how you do a deposit slip, how you do a withdrawal. And I could hear him talking a little bit about business, like if you work, sometimes an employee will have to make a deposit for the business. The business has to drop off their money every day. And I said, "Good job, Dad. Good homeschooling." He kind of gave me a weird look, but who cares? Then a few days later, I'm at the store, and in the next aisle, I can hear it sound like a boy, probably about like 12, saying, "Oh, this costs, such and such amount per ounce. This costs such and such. So this is a better deal." And I'm thinking to myself, "Yay, mom and dad," or whoever was with the kid. I mean, I was just like, "Wow, that's great." So, anyways, guys, try to stay positive. If you need to talk, get a hold of me. I can call you. We can talk by message, whatever. Um, Trying to think what else. Oh, call a loved one. That's easy enough. Call somebody you haven't talked to in a while. I know if I call my cousin in Colorado, oh my God, we'll talk for 2, 3 hours. You want to talk about, if you're bored and you need to wait, or not, I don't want to say waste time, but some people feel like they got to kill time. Like when they're home, they're like, "Oh, I've got so much time, I don't know what to do with myself." But there's so many things you can do. Why not enjoy it? Don't worry about it. And like I said, unless you're one of those people that fall through the loophole, there are a few people that fall through the loophole. But if you're getting regular money every month, every other week, every whatever, from, disability compensation, this, that, it should come through when it's supposed to, and you'll be the same as you were. You still got the same bills, the same stuff to pay, so you're okay. If you got to go on unemployment, yeah, it's not as much as you're used to. And I don't know. I think you're going to be getting that money the government's sending, so I mean, you'll get both. 99% of the people will be taken care of. Maybe not as much as you. I mean, yeah, $1,000 or so a month is not going to cut it for some people. But don't forget also, even if you are ordered to stay in, there are places still, like grocery stores, are hiring like crazy. And they can't make you stay in if you've got to work. So you can leave your house and you can work if, it's a problem. So, I mean, try to look at the bright side. Try to think if you're creative, what can you create and sell? Do you have stuff around your house to sell? Not everybody's in an economic crisis over this. Some people will still buy stuff. So, anyways, here go the dogs freaking out. Who knows why? Guys, shut up. Anyways, okay. Well, anyways, that's my message. Please don't freak out, and there go the dogs, and I better let you go. Okay, guys, stay healthy, stay inside unless you don't have to. Find something really cool to do that you've always wanted to do. Clean out a closet, clean your house, work in your yard, listen to music, watch movies. They haven't taken our internet TV away yet. Okay? All right, guys. Love y'all and stay healthy. Bye.